Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
All right. Hello, everybody. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. It's a very windy day across the valley. I got to tell you what, it's not only hairspray we need. We have a couple of rumbles of thunder and a report of some little bit of hail out there as well. I'll share with you some photos that were shared with me regarding some storms that we were covering yesterday afternoon. Up across parts of Minnesota, we had tornado warnings, but also thunderstorm warnings and some damage, unfortunately, reported up in the Roseau County area. All right, let's take a look at what we have going on. The main factor is the forecast, too. We're wondering when these winds will die down. We've had recent rain showers. Here's what you need to know. We're going to get started right away, but first, a quick mention from my sponsors. So for that, I want to let you know about an offer at Robert Gibb and Sons. They are a premier Bryant dealer. Now, have you not heard of a mini split system? If you have a duct-free home, if you don't have ducting, or if you have a room that just doesn't quite get to that comfortable temperature, a mini split just might do the trick for you. Let the professionals at Robert Gibb and Sons install some of the greatest equipment out there and enjoy the benefits of a $300 Bryant rebate and a factory rebate, and up to $2,000 in tax credit through the latter portion of June. Give them a call today, please. Tell them Hutch sent you. Now let's take a look at what we have going on with rainfall. That was yesterday. Now it was real soggy out there across portions of the area. Check this out. In the James River Valley and points off to the north, we had 1.67 inches in the Carrington area. More gully washers there. I'll move the hand out of the way, but 1.15 inches in northern parts of Stutsman County. Along Highway 200, we had a 1.3 inch report out there in the Cooperstown area, and closer to Mayville, about a half of an inch. About 7/10 of an inch in the Grand Forks area, with not far from you near the Northwood area, 1.23 inches of rain. Some gully washers in northwest Minnesota, over an inch in Roseau County, over an inch in Badette, and that's where we did get some damage from those storms. Andrew, not nice to have no wind at all. Yeah, it would be nice, rather. I totally agree with you. Such a hard day out there to carry a 4x8 sheet of plywood across a parking lot. Not fun at all. In fact, it's dangerous wind from the northwest for high-profile vehicles. We've had some ridiculous amounts of gusts out there. Speaking of gusty winds, I want to show you something here right quick. So let's take a look at this together here. This is a look at something that folks have sent me out here from the Roseau County area. Now, these storms I was covering live when they happened and stayed with you throughout the event. I did show that there were some straight line winds aloft way above the ground that were showing up at 70 to 80 miles per hour. And that's probably what it took to take down this pole shed out there in the Wanaska area. I want to throw out a special thank you for the permission to use these photos to Heather, Maury, and the family out there. And I'm really hoping that things are going well with the cleanup. A lot of work out there. This is a Silverado weighed down by, well, the good old pole shed. Speaking of that pole shed, much of it, the tin, and look at the big, huge timbers that just flew. Wow, those are now strewn about. Now, if they all go in one direction, as it appears they did here, the debris, as you can see from the pole shed after the storm, spreading mainly in one direction, that means more than likely straight line winds from the view that we're seeing here. But Heather captured this beautiful mothership storm. Heather, this was in Salal on the road out there, driving through the clouds and the storm. Indeed. And another one from Heather here from the damage out there in that Wanaska area. Again, if you missed it, Hutch's Weather was on, and I sure appreciate all of you that commented, shared your reports, and helped me help you through the event by letting me know what kind of weather you were seeing. Now let's talk about the wind today, shall we? Oofda. That's what Hutch says. Look at these wind gusts in the purple here. This is on the other side of ridiculous. Yes, we've crossed a line to near 60 mile per hour, just straight line gusty winds. And it's diagonally right through North Dakota, from Crosby right through Lake Sakakawea, Minot with near 45 mile per hour gusts. Get in toward the Bismarck-Mandan area, 44 mile per hour gusts there. McLean County, 53 mile per hour gusts. Look at these. Maddock, 52 miles per hour. That's just crazy wind out there. Small dog alert. Make sure that you have some rocks in the small children's pocket, because it's really blowy out there. And if you happen to be driving, Well, a high profile vehicle, particularly in that east-west route, you're going to get a little bit of a crosswind to that, and that can make it tough to hold on to your lane. Here in the valley, wind gusts in Grand Forks about 38 miles per hour. We had a 31 mile per hour gust here in the FM area. Not as bad, but still a little rough on old Hutch's hairdo. Super windy in Thief River Falls, Lori. Thank you for your report. Let's see, watching from Park Rapids. Good to have you on board. And Lake Brunson as well, Tracy. Thanks so much. All right, now let's take a look at what's going on right now real quickly, and then we'll get to the forecast because you want to know when this wind will stop. We're going to start with a look at the not model guidance. Let's go right to the radar, shall we? Here we go. Okay, so these counties that you see all in tan or brown, the wind advisory is a non-filled in counties here. So a wind advisory through the I-94 corridor, that's for wind gusts in essence upwards of 40 miles per hour. But where we have the really ridiculous wind is along Highway 2 all the way into the Devil's Lake Basin. That is a high wind warning. Now from the National Weather Service, the wind warning is in effect until 9 o'clock this evening, but I'm afraid the wind is going to continue to gust, just maybe not as strong as it did throughout the day. Tristan, good to have you on board. Wind-blown water in the pool, pretty crazy out there. Yep, waves. When you get white caps in your swimming pool, then you know it's a windy day across the valley. We do have a few showers, a few rumbles of thunder. Most of this is exiting aerial coverage of the Mayville radar. We do have some Hubbard County storms, eastern Becker County showers and storms, and a little bit earlier, there were some stout ones producing a report of hail as well. So if you got weather, did you see some small hail? Did you hear lightning? Drop a note in the comments. Let me know what you saw right now. Looks like there's been some recent strikes in and around these cells right here, drifting through eastern Becker County. Nothing severe tonight. This is just uniform straight line winds. They're moving so fast in the straight line winds. We're not getting a lot of rain in the rain buckets or rain gauges out there right now. Flood warnings continue. This is the Red River at the Wahpeton area. That's rising. We have the Red River in the Fargo-Moorhead area rising. We have the Buffalo River here and the south branch of the Buffalo River, all taking on water. And for the most part, it's minor flood stage. We do have a flood advisory, it looks like, up here in the Northern Valley near Oslo, a flood watch rather. That continues. Flooding is possible on the Red River of the North near Oslo. That's a look at our current conditions. The wind blows, but for how long? To show you that, I'm going to get you right to that hour-by-hour forecast. So let's do it. Now, one thing we're going to watch for on the hour-by-hour forecast is good old Hutch's isobars, right? You know, some people say don't show isobars, but their power is in isobars in looking at the map. You can look at your town, and if the isobars are close together, then you know it's more windy there than over here where the isobars are far apart. So if you're in Baker, Montana, Ekalaka, Montana, you're saying what wind? But if you're here and you're at the, checking out the good old-fashioned New Salem Sioux, it's gusty out there. We have gusty winds across the valley, spotty showers of rain. Now, let me pull up the latest forecast model run that gets us out into tomorrow, and we'll have a hot look at this. Whoopsie, sorry about that. I'm starting to move windows around here on you. Okay, so let's have a look at what we have going on, and I'm trying to see if I've got the latest model that goes out to tomorrow, because this wind is going to be with us into the day tomorrow, the way it looks to me. All right, here we go. So it's loading in. Now look at your isobars. I'll try to sneak out of the way. We have our passing showers. Those will be out of here with the setting sun. Now, as we go into the evening hours, the time zone up here, we're 5 hours different. So you got to subtract 5 from the military time you see up there, and that'll give you the current time. So spotty showers and storms, gusty winds in the Northern Valley. This is in the evening as we go through. And now as we head through the evening, look at the strongest of the wind. The quieter winds move into Bowman and into parts of western North Dakota near Medora. But we're gusty here still, and it's pretty breezy all night long. If you're in Lake of the Woods, if you're in International Falls, you got passing showers through the overnight hours, subtract 5, that's 3 in the morning. So if you're planning on walking the llama at 3 in the morning, make sure you don't worry about combing the llama's hair, because it's going to blow all over the place, and the llama's fur could get matted down with a little bit of rain up there in and around Lake of the Woods and, maybe also War Road. Heading towards daybreak, you're getting up, it's, 7 in the morning or so, you're going to start to see a chance for some wind. Look at that, still windy. The rain should be not as much of a problem tomorrow. We'll have spotty showers, but farther to the east. Best chance, north central Minnesota and the Arrowhead of Minnesota. Notice the quieter winds finally starting to push into the James River Valley, and this is your cooking time tomorrow. Get the grill out. It looks great. You'll see more sunshine there. We will have more passing clouds, of course, with those showers. So the wind lasts until the mid to late afternoon tomorrow before finally subsiding with a few passing showers. So I can't rule out showers for Friday. It doesn't look anything like the rain and gully washers that we've had. MJ says, hi, Hutch. We've had a couple of bouts of pea-size hail a few miles south of Grand Rapids. Thank you so very much. And quarter-sized hail in Warba, Minnesota. What? Wow, that's a pretty good-sized hail from these fast-moving storms. Sometimes when we get winds that are blowing this fast, towering thunderstorms and those updrafts have a hard time growing straight up because the wind shears them off and they start bending like this. It makes the hail just a pinch harder to form. So something to keep in mind. High winds here in Richland County. Ivy, thank you so very, very much. And even though we have had plenty of rain, topsoil is blowing around. That's just sad news. I mean, it's been rough on our agricultural friends. So wind lasts till tomorrow. We have a wind advisory tonight and a wind warning on the Highway 2 corridor. Let's get to Hutch's forecast details. This is what you need to know. Here's the temperatures in the morning. If you're in Beach, 51. If you're in Bismarck, 54. Minot, 51. Take a look at the Devil's Lake Basin. That's that 51 you see there. Gusting winds in the morning, still at 35 miles per hour for some of us at times, particularly in eastern North Dakota. And it does look like the winds will pick up with the rising sun. Passing clouds as we go through the morning. We'll have low 50s across Lakes country. That's how you start your day. How do you end the afternoon? With more wind, of course. It'll be a lot less windy out in Dickinson. It'll be a lot less windy for you in Glen Olin and Minot. And the wind will be decreasing in the evening in the James River Valley, as I said. Temperatures there have a chance at 70. But if you get in the valley, I'm thinking mid-60s for most. We do have a chance in Gwinner. You're going to be a winner. You could be the warmest spot. Let's go 71.9 degrees for you. That's what I think. All right, now as we take a look at Bemidji, 57, we have a nice little 63-degree Wadena afternoon and, well, 66 for you in Fergus Falls. All in all, it will be cooler where there'll be that chance of a few sprinkles in northwest Minnesota, but it will also be gusty throughout most of the day and even into your evening. Elizabeth, the wind is crazy. It's hard to even ride a bicycle. You may want to consider a tricycle. Here's your temperatures for the next 7 days. A couple of highlights for you. Number one, comfortably cool right through the weekend. Some spotty early week thunder showers and showers. And then after that, it looks like we get into some hot weather. But first, I want to show you this. We do have some chances of some showers again tomorrow, but most of us stay dry. A little cooler though, around 68 degrees after hitting those low 70s today. 72 on your fabulous Friday. I cannot rule out a late thunder shower, but it's not highly likely. We'll keep you posted on that. Saturday and Sunday now look pretty good to me. So yesterday's model, it was the European model, said no rain at all. Now the American model's kind of on board with that, although it does show a couple of sprinkles. I'm going to go with sunny for most of us for the weekend ahead. Temperatures still near 70 degrees. Sunday will be the cooler of the 2 days if you happen to be ready to do some water skiing. All right, Monday, we really cool down, and there'll be a chance for a few passing showers and storms into your forecast. That lasts into Tuesday. Tuesday, passing showers and thunderstorms throughout the daytime hours, 76 degrees. And then, as some of my friends like to say, the heat is on. Sunscreen. So, the wind is crazy, but it's a good dryer of the moisture that we've got. So if you're waiting to finish getting in the field, this wind isn't a terrible bad thing, as long as your soil isn't getting blown away like we were hearing about. So gusty winds continue tomorrow. That helps dry us out. We will have a spotty shower here or there. Then the sun takes hold through the weekend. Spotty showers early next week, and then the heat is on. That's your forecast. Any questions? Let's see. Super windy and Frazee. Yeah, I'll bet you the largest turkey in the world is out there doing all he can to just make sure that he stays upright. Thank you so much, Don, for your report. Oakley watching. Yes, it's windy. Thanks, Leora. Ottertail checking in. Good to have you all on board. Thanks for your support. And again, if you want to find out a little bit more, I'll have details and updates on you on the winds with regard to the storm that went through parts of Roseau County yesterday. There was a tornado warning yesterday, not far from you folks in Beltrami, Fertile, northern parts of Norman County. Have not heard of any damage reports from that storm, but there was a ton of rain from those thunderstorms yesterday. We're going to go through a little bit of a quieter spell here for the most part. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Thank you so very much for taking the time to check on in with me. Don, thank you so much for sharing stars. You can support Hutch by passing the good word that I'm right here on Facebook. And I have some exciting news that will be launching soon. I keep saying it, but it's right around the corner. I can't wait to share it with you and you, Pedro. I already told Pedro. His tails